KT18 WJTS News. Good evening. I'm Charlotte Olson. Back in September on the 12th, the Greater Jasper Consolidated School Corporation received recognition for the district-wide accreditation which advanced. Monday night, Assistant Superintendent Todd Hitchcock announced the recognition during the Jasper School Board's monthly meeting. Hitchcock says that he would like to have a program officially adopted by the board.
Jasper High School, like many schools, does as much as it can to ensure that all students have the chance to be successful. One of those programs is an alternative education program, which has been in place for many years, but tonight what we did was seek board approval to make it a formally approved alternative education program, which allows us to receive funding from the Department of Education for those students and allows the Department of Education to have documentation of what we're doing to meet the needs of our students.
Hitchcock was hired into his position back in mid-April and stated that from what he has observed, the program would be beneficial to students. Also last night, Greater Jasper School Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lori presented the final proposal to the board as they look to approve the corporation's 2017 budget. The proposed budget was approved and signed by all board members. It will now be sent to the Indiana Department of Local Government Finance, which will determine the corporation's final budget numbers, which will be released this coming December. 2 people were injured in a 2-vehicle accident at the Brettsville Junction early Monday evening. The DuBois County Sheriff's Department says that just before 7 p.m., a car driven by 84-year-old Walter Vall of Ferdinand was stopped at the light at the intersection of State Road 162 and State Road 64, facing west. Deputies say that Vall was attempting to make a left-hand turn in order to go southbound onto 162. Authorities say that because of the time of evening and also the location of the sun, Vall failed to notice a mid-sized pickup driven by 51-year-old Angela Hof of Birdseye traveling east on Highway 64. They say when the light at the intersection turned green, Vall proceeded into the intersection and the front driver's side of his car struck the front driver's side of Hof's pickup. Both drivers were able to safely exit their vehicles, and both Vall and Hof were taken to Memorial Hospital in Jasper for treatment of injuries. Both vehicles, however, were a total loss. This past weekend on Saturday, the city of Ferdinand celebrated its 7th annual Folk Festival. The festival is organized by a volunteer committee consisting of local community members, and the fest marked the creative spirit that the town of Ferdinand is so increasingly becoming known for. The rain made a brief appearance but did not deter the festival goers from experiencing all the great music, food, and vendors. Of the multiple children activities offered this year at the fest, the musical jam session and the children's theater were great successes. Rock Emmert orchestrated some stellar teamwork in the children's production of the Ferdinand the Bull, and also on hand at the festival was Washington, D.C. artist Lisa Thalhammer. Thalhammer is set to paint a community mural on a wall located on the 1400 block of Main Street in Ferdinand. The future mural will be homage to the story of St. Ferdinand and styled after the children's book Ferdinand the Bull. Rock Emmert expands on what this mural means for the community.
Monroe Leaf wrote a book called The Story of Ferdinand about this bull that believed in his own path and not following the lead of other bulls, and he wanted to sit under a tree and smell flowers. So the Legion picked up on that bull idea years ago. They have the bull in the Legion, this big resin bull, and on the town trucks we have the bull with the flower in the mouth, straight from that children's story. And on the sign outside the Legion, there's the bull. So a local businessman, Keith Fritz, has this huge wall on the north side of his building across from Homestead Pizza, and he has a cousin who's a renowned artist and mural artist from Washington, D.C. She's actually done a mural in Vienna, Austria, and several around D.C. and other places. So she came all the way over here to Ferdinand tonight to present her proposal, and it's been in the works for just a few weeks. It kind of happened fast.
Festival guests were treated to a day-long musical happening among the acts that performed. Hometown native Bethany Bagel was on hand to give 18 WJTS some inspiring words.
I just think it's great that in a small community like this, we don't have to drive an hour and a half to find such great art, such great music, such great community, that artists like me and other ones from the surrounding areas can have a place to express themselves in a safe and fun environment.
Great music wasn't the only mind-inspiring item on the schedule. There was wide varieties of vendors showcasing their handmade crafts and homemade foods. Non-for-profit informational vendors were also available and handing out free educational material regarding the local environment and the local community. The Patoka River Wildlife Refuge had a display of indigenous ducks along with the Evansville Astrological Society that handed out schedules on nighttime viewings. The Ferdinand Library was handing out free aged library books and informational packets, and the day slowed down as dusk approached and vendors began to pack up shop and head on home. While the shopping dwindled, the crowd in front of the main stage was in full celebration. The fest came to an end with the Rich Robertson Band putting on a great display of musical talent. The Ferdinand Folk Fest is funded wholly by donations and is a free event to the public. Visit their website for more information at www.ferdinandfolkfestival.com. The Jasper Public Library will be holding an open house events on 3 separate occasions to help educate the public regarding the services that the library offers and also acquaint them with the facilities currently in place in the Jasper area. The 3 events will permit staff and volunteers from the Friends of the Jasper Library to guide visitors through public and staff areas, which are behind the scenes, and both during and open after hours. Visitors will be able to see some of the processes that staff encounter in providing daily services of check-in and check-out of materials, how to order and process incoming new materials, book and material repair and delivery of materials between other library branches, and also interlibrary loans from across the state. The tour will also show spaces available for quiet study, meetings, programming, and personal use for a variety of ages. Staff and volunteers will be on hand to show the current uses and needs in the library and to make available information related to the proposed building project and also the possibilities that exist within the new facility. The first event will be held tomorrow, September the 21st from 6 until 7 during open hours. The second meeting is set for Friday, October the 14th from 6 to 7:30, and a time frame will be held after hours when the library is closed to general traffic. The final event is scheduled for Thursday, October the 20th from 4 to 6 during open hours, but at an earlier time for those unable to attend the evenings. For more information on the open houses, contact the Jasper Public Library at 812-482-2712 or check out their website at www.jdcpl.us. At the Jasper Armory tomorrow, September the 21st at 7 p.m., the 1st Battalion, 151st Infantry is hosting the opening ceremony for the Remembering Our Fallen Heroes Hoosiers Memorial Wall. The Traveling Wall Memorial is a dedication and remembrance of all the servicemen and women who were lost in battle during the War on Terror, and this memorial exhibits the Hoosier State and all of its lost patriots that called Indiana its home. Veterans, current service members, and the public are invited to experience the wall and give their respect to the ultimate sacrifice that their fellow countrymen and women paid. Ballback describes the importance of being involved in the community.
We're definitely making a concerted effort to kind of engage with the community and look for opportunities to tell our story, tell who we are, where we've come from, and what we do for the community. You know, our soldiers live in the community, they're members of the community, and we believe that our soldiers provide unique characteristics and make the community and your schools, your workplaces, your organizations stronger.
The memorial wall will be available at the Armory from September 22nd through September the 25th. Make sure to keep it right here, because up next we'll take a look at your weather summary.